Good evening. I appreciate you giving me some time this evening to share some information on our reopening plan. Special thanks to Ms. Derner and the crew from the Nightly News for sharing their studio with me. I look forward to having that crew back in the studio cranking out future episodes of the Nightly News in the near future. Also, thanks to those parents that took the time to fill out the survey that we pushed out a couple weeks ago. I appreciate that. Information from that survey was instrumental in developing our reopening plan. For example, the comments shared, we realized how stressful it was for students and parents when we had to go to virtual learning last spring. For parents especially, those that had to go to work, those that were working from home, while at the same time trying to help their students with their schoolwork and doing all the other chores that you need to do around the household, that became very, very stressful. We understand that. As a district, we did the best we could transitioning to virtual learning. And please know that if we have to go to that option again sometime in the future, that we're more prepared to do that. We hope that we don't have to do that, but we feel that we're better prepared to offer that type of instruction if we need to. With that being said, we believe in this district that the best education possible for our students, for the vast majority of our students, is in person. Taking all these things into consideration, our goal quickly became, how can we get our kids back to school as close to normal as possible while keeping everyone safe? Our plan was developed around that goal. So I want to take just a couple moments to share some information on some of the high interest topics that are in this reopening plan. And at the end, I'm going to share 3 options that our district would like to provide to our parents and students at the beginning of this school year. So first and foremost, proper cleaning and ventilation is crucial to keeping our students and staff safe. Our ventilation equipment and software has been upgraded recently and is a state-of-the-art system. Fresh air is constantly being pumped into every classroom, meeting or in most cases exceeding state standards. We're very proud of our nightly routine cleaning, even during times when we're not in this type of situation. We'll continue to clean all frequently touched surfaces in our buildings. We use hospital-grade, CDC-approved products. Additional cleaning will be done throughout the day of frequently used areas. I feel very confident in our ventilation system and our cleaning protocols. Secondly, we've also been taking measures in our classroom to provide for social distancing. We have removed as much non-essential furniture in these classrooms to gain as much distance between our students as possible. We have recently purchased desk shields for our students and have placed hand sanitizing stations in each classroom. We also have disinfectant wipes for every classroom so that desk and other materials can be cleaned and wiped down regularly throughout the day. And lastly, we'll use other areas in our school, when necessary and if possible. We will take our kids outside if that's possible. We'll use other larger spaces in our building to spread our students out as much as possible. We needed to get a little creative with our lunches. Once again, we have hand sanitizing stations in our cafeterias, and those tables will be wiped down and disinfected between each lunch period. But we'll also utilize other spaces in our buildings to spread our students out. We're taking measures to make those areas comfortable, relaxing places for our students to eat lunch. In terms of transportation, buses will run on their normal schedules. With the challenges of social distancing on buses, students will be required to wear face coverings while they ride the bus. Buses will also be cleaned and disinfected every evening. And lastly, with regards to wearing masks and face coverings, we realize how difficult it may be for students to wear a face covering for the entire day. I have a problem sometimes wearing a face covering for a prolonged period of time. I understand. Prior to the governor's most recent order, we had the wearing of face coverings as being recommended. But while the order is in place, we must require our students and staff to wear a face covering when they can't social distance from others. Our staff will do all we can to find ways to separate our students and social distance our students so that they can get a break from wearing their face covering periodically throughout the day. Students with health conditions and some sort of disability that prevents them from wearing a face covering will not be required to do so. Face shields are a nice, acceptable alternative for any student who struggles with wearing a mask. Once the mask order is lifted, we will reassess how we handle face coverings moving forward. So those are just a few of the high interest topics with our reopening plan. The entire plan can be found on our website. It's a document that's designed to change and evolve as conditions warrant. So in the plan, we've attempted to take as much stress and pressure off of our parents by bringing our students back to school with certain safety measures in place. But there are three important things that we will need help with from our parents in order to be successful. One, please screen your students every morning before sending them to school or putting them on the bus by taking their temperature and keeping them home if they are sick. This is extremely important and is one of the biggest ways in which we can keep all of our students healthy. Two, make sure we have your most recent contact information on file if we need to get a hold of you. Update your emergency contacts in case we're unable to reach you specifically. And three, please come in and pick up your child if they become sick during the day, or have some arrangements made for someone to come in if you're unable to. Those three things, if you can do those three things for us, that is going to be a tremendous help in keeping all of our students and staff safe. And finally, we realize that some of you still might be a little apprehensive with sending your students back to school this fall in person. So we're offering three options for our parents and students to begin the school year. All three options keep students a part of our district, and that is our goal. We want to keep all of our students. So option number one, send your child back to school in person, following all the safety measures that we've put in place. Option number two, have your child be a part of our distance learning option. This is a new option. Students be enrolled in their regular classes, but participate in them from home. So assignments would be posted online, students could access them, and then they would submit them online as well, while also live streaming into their actual classes with their teachers and their classmates when possible. This option, this would be the easiest transition back to school in person for our students because they never actually really left. So we're still developing this option and we'll provide additional information very, very soon. And option number three, you can enroll your child in the Towanda Black Knight Online Academy. This is a completely virtual option taught by online teachers. This option keeps the students part of our district with all the benefits that come with that. I should note that we're very pleased to announce that this school year, every student enrolled in our district will receive free breakfast and free lunch under the community eligibility program that we were just approved for. This would be for students attending school in person, and we are also working on a way to provide these meals to students who may be learning remotely. And once again, we'll provide more information on that as we move forward. So I'll admit, I can't wait until we've worked our way through this difficult situation. I feel we have our district moving in the right direction. We have some of the highest achievement scores in the area. We provide tremendous amount of opportunities, extracurricular opportunities for our students. So we are very proud of the education and the opportunities that we provide our students, and we look forward to building upon them in the future. Please stick with us as we navigate through this current temporary situation. We will get through this, and Black Knight Pride will be even stronger because of it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. A phone call or an email directly to us is the best way to get the most accurate information. I will continue to share information over the next several weeks as we prepare for the opening of school. Thank you. I appreciate your time.